Hello friends, this is Ravi Shankar from Physidium 4th Sem. Today I am going to present on the topic called sources of finance of an entrepreneur. So let's see what are given in this, what are different types of sources of finance of an entrepreneur. So here it is written that finance is lifeblood of business concern. It means that of an entrepreneur, without finance, an entrepreneur cannot flourish. He cannot proliferate his business to different parts. He cannot augment his products, and he cannot have economies of scale. So he can have different sources of finance, which can be like sources of finance includes equity, debt, etc. So let's see what it tells. So arrangement of required finance to each department of business concern is highly complex. It is highly complex means financing is not an easy thing. It needs a lot of expertise. So each and every entrepreneur, either himself or by using some another person or a professional, arranges finances, or if it is a big entrepreneur, then he arranges a bank called investment bank, and from there he can finance. So these are the things. So sources of finance can be different as I have told earlier, that it can be from debt, it can be from equity, it can be from loans from banks and others. We will see in the later slides that what are the different sources of finance. So here are different sources of finance. The classification is given. First, the finance is based on as per period, ownership, and generation. So as per period, there are two types of long-term finance and short-term finance. Long-term finance can be debt from debentures, preference shares, equities, and from short-term finance can be from money market, from loans from banks, commercial banks. So in as far as money market is concerned, so from money market finance can be from treasury bills, certificate of deposits, it can be from commercial papers, from different types. So as per ownership, there can be a borrowing of funds, a borrowing of capital from banks, or it can be like from debentures, bonds, as I have told earlier, that it is also a part of long term finance. So bonds can be raised, loans from banks. So these are a borrowed capital. So ownership source can be share capital. Retained earnings, if he has done business earlier, he would have some surplus. So in his balance sheet it is shown. So he can have those money which is surplus. He can use to add that money into its further capital. So as per generation, it is internal source and external source. Internal source can be from his own property. By selling his own property, he can have capital gains. He can have land holdings. He could sell those land holdings. He could sell those shares if he would have. So internal source can be, he could arrange from depreciation funds, sinking fund. Like earlier, if he would have created a sinking fund, then he can have those sinking funds, and from there he can bring this finance. Surplus, as I have told earlier, the same it is. So external sources can be share capital, as I have told here, that share capital, debentures. In debentures, it is a fixed term, cumulative, non-cumulative debentures, and interest is also fixed. So it is kind of a loan. Loans from banks, commercial banks, financial institutions like from ICICI Bank, IndusInd Bank, etc. So let's see what it tells next. So here, sources of finance, there are different sources of, as I have briefly told earlier, that there are different types of sources of finance. So here it is like issuance of shares. Shares could be issued by using investment bank like JP Morgan Bank, Goldman Sachs,